independence. Hala, unakuja hapa with your little knowledge of cabbage and waru, unakuja hapa tunajaribu kutufundisha. Musando aliuliwa na nani? Musando aliuliwa na nani wewe? Unakuja hapa kutuambia juu ya Wajaluo. You better be careful on this app. Hakuna kitu uko na akili mdogo kama ya uchungulo. Niti biro kanidwa pojojo. Pojojo luango. Giwich mangich matin. Takataka hii. Ati unasema ati kila siku ni Wajaluo. Hala? Wewe unaongea nini? Unataka tukuja hapa tukuambie facts of the matter vile ziko? Unataka tukuambie the real thing? Jacob Juma aliuliwa na nani? Ati we hate each other. We hate each other. The first Luo to take watu mpaka Wakikuyu ng'ambo ilikuwa ni Tom Mboya.
Hello guys, it's your girl Patience Status. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscription box and put on the notification bell so that you don't miss any time I post a new video. Remember, I'm the queen of online gossip. So welcome to today's video. Don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment on the comment section.
To come into the living room, so I'm just asking Coral to let her in. So guys, power tap. And Serenity is pregnant, guys. Our cat is gonna have babies. She's gonna have babies. I don't know what I'll do with the babies. Imagine now coming from 2 cats to say 7 cats or 10 cats. What am I gonna do? I'm going to have a house full of cats. Oh my God. Okay, so never mind. Okay, so the case is Githaiga Samuel versus Diana Ross. Githaiga will be here. And he will be making his statement here. But we are going, this is a case of public interest, and that's why we brought it. Today we were supposed to have 2 different individuals. There's a case that we have between 2 people who have a name that is similar. So that is the case we should have had today, but we've decided to push that to tomorrow so that we can actually focus on this case. So the judge is coming. We love our judge hapo sasa. Judge request Pandaju. Judge request Pandaju. Judge request Pandaju. Judge, the judge is here. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start with we're going to first of all follow up on exactly what happened. We are going to pick up those elements of the case that we need for argument. I'm going to go one bit by bit, I'm going to play a few recordings, and those recordings we are going to use them now to continue with the case. Okay, the issue is tribalism, and we want to look at that issue in line with what has transpired in the last 24 hours. Okay. So tap guys, tap. Okay. Welcome our judge. Good morning.
Good morning court. Good morning prosecutor.
How are you?
I'm very fine now.
Now, before we go to the case, I believe you have a ruling to make, and I think we need to give you time to make that ruling. I don't know what you think.
Okay, I'm going to be giving out the ruling in a few minutes.
Okay.
In the matter of 5 minutes. The ruling is about Sonke and the last pre-trials that we had. We had a sit down and I was able to make my judgment. So I'll be reading that in 5 minutes.
Thank you. So the judge is reading out the ruling in 5 minutes. The case between Soinke Kores versus Lady Jacqueline. So that ruling is due. It needs to be read. And then after that, we begin on the new case. So as we wait for the judge, let us go through the many recordings that we need for this particular case. Just let me see if I can connect the iPad to the little, yeah, to the Bluetooth, to the speaker. Okay, so I'm gonna do that in a minute and then we continue. Okay, just 1 second. So I just have to close the Bluetooth on this other phone. All right. Okay, Bluetooth. Okay. General. Right. Okay. So imagine having okay. So I cannot find where the Bluetooth is connected. Maybe if I turn this phone off, it will I think I'll turn it off and then I'll find out which gadget. Yeah, gadgets ziko mob. So hatujui gadget kwa Bluetooth iko nini? Oh, switch off. Yeah, it is switching off. Yes, it's gone off. Excellent. All right, so this gadget should now connect to the Bluetooth. Yes, connected. Excellent. That was easy. Okay, so the first recording that we want to use is Jaji ni kiboko ya figa ya kapo. Fatma. Jaji anakuja. Anataka dakika tano peke. And then atakuwa hapa. All right, so we are going to go very, very quickly to the first recordings of Githaiga.
Confirm that.
1 minute. Let me just begin with the very first recordings of Githaiga Samuel. Now, I'll do it backwards to front, simply because I do not see which blog recorded him when he first talked about Luos. Okay, so I'm going to start with his response. Here, he actually talks about exactly what he said.
Revolving Big Daddy, Diana Ross, Ati. Some people are very toxic. Na nikasema stop showing us this toxicity, because the day Akove was here, Akove left TikTok telling the whole world that Luos come after me with everything they have, and we saw it. Mulimpiga nyinyi wote. Kidogo tunasikia kuna uchawi TikTok. Uchawi inatoka wapi? CD na Nyakwara. Nikasema hata sikusema Wajaluo, nilisema some of these Luo content creators who are big, they are embarrassing the entire roads. And I said, we have good examples like who? Nilisema example kama ulikuwa hapa asubuhi. Nilisema example ya nani? Watu ambao wako na akili. Kapunye, we are not apologetic. Ni endelea kula hiyo kisugu. Kula kisugu my. Kula kisugu, webe ni ure. Wabieni mapema, webe ni ure. Unapologetically. Na mudu daka anagiena kieha. Ni ukoro. Unakaa chini unaniongelea mimi, a doctor, I have a degree. Mimi ni maraya, nilipata D minor. Unakaa chini unaniongelea mimi. Maraya wagire D minor. Until you come, Githaiga, what do you think you are? Cheap, paid, monkey. Unaongelea cheap paid monkey, hiyo majina yote umenitukana hapo. Unaongelea hiyo for 2 hours. Don't you have something better? America ni asubuhi. Can you imagine mtu akianza asubuhi in such a way? Ndio maana huyu mama anafotaga na maraana. This lady anatoka hapa anaenda anabomoa manyumba ya watu huko. No wonder anakuaga huko akiambia wa mama wabomoe manyumba ya watu. She's justifying everything. Ana justify ujiga. Everything in the name of defending. Alienda karibu boma wenyewe. Msi hata alikufa na COVID. Hawezi survive COVID na stress. Can you imagine surviving this woman as your wife? Can you imagine? Daktari anakaa chini kuongelea Githaiga 2 hours. How do you have such a wife? Kapunye. Washana na mimi. And I'm very unapologetic, by the way. I'm very unapologetic. Kama venye nilisema ilikuuma, you come me ini uhudha hove. enda ukapupua and translate maana mnajitra.
Okay, so guys, we need, first of all, I want to make an announcement that this is a 100% fair court. So any judgment that we will make, or the judge will put against either parties, will be a fair judgment. Okay, this is a 100% fair court. We may have a problem with translations, and that is on both ends. Both Githaiga and Diana Ross did use mother tongue, and therefore we may have an issue with translations there. If we need someone to translate, we will request somebody from the comment section to do that translation. But I wanted to take a few notes from what Githaiga has said there. Now, he's spoken about Diana Ross's, okay, so Diana Ross. And then, of course, Githaiga Samuel. So Githaiga has spoken about the fact that he was talking about Luos attacking other Luos. Okay, attacking other Luos. Okay, and then he gave an example of people like, he also talked about Luos getting into witchcraft. And in witchcraft, he gave an example of people like Cindy and Nyakwar Janeko. Okay, Nyakwar. Okay, now in terms of Luos attacking each other, now he spoke about people like, he talked about Akode. The fact that Akode was attacked by Luos. And then he gave other examples. I think he gave examples of Big Daddy attacking other Luos. And I don't know which other example he gave. But I'm just picking those notes as we go along. And if we need translators, we'll let you know.
Vibaya. Enda ukakunie ukue mwepesi. Vyo kame hudha. Unajua anajitranslatea. Washahiri ni translate maana sasa siku hizi nimeona wanakuja kunitasama. Kile nasema wanaenda wana translate. Wanaenda wana translate kikwao. Ile ambayo ni kwa niwega no, I can see what they are doing. And last time that's what they tried doing. They think Githaiga is too big. Githaiga is listened by everybody. How do we make him depopular? How do we make him Kapunye? You have struggled. Hata account yako ijaienda for 4 years. You still struggling with 58,000 followers. Every day on TikTok. You come on TikTok than Githaiga. Na mimi ninakuja TikTok boka. Na mimi nakuja TikTok boka. Na mimi nikikuja na kupatia ma facts. Unajua hata ukiniambia ma tribal, ukikuja uniambie tribal, you don't know the real tribal. Githaiga is the real tribal. Mimi ukinionyesha line ya tribal, I can make you cry on yourself. Nesa fanya hata usiamke kushugua kura. Na hata Sakayo anajua hapa hakuna mategemeo. Kama hawamkagi kushagua mzee, hawamkagi hata 70% kushagua mzee wao. You know last time mzee alishindwa na 200,000 votes, but somehow it is ever a Kikuyu problem that mzee did not win. How? Ngiri 200 simngeamka nyinyi wote, lakini hawakuamka. Kama hawezi amka kwenda kwa mzee, wataamka kwa Sakayo. Sakayo ameona hapa kuna maneno. Hiyo siku unajua mimi nilikuwaga huko. Nilikuwaga nasimama Azimio. Hivi nasimama hivi nafanya campaign. Ile siku ya kura naona baba anaenda kupiga kura. Ako na watu 10,000. Anaenda kupiga kura moja. Wanaenda mahali watu 10,000 vijana. Wanapiga kura moja, wote tena wanatoka wanafuata baba. Nikashangaa Mungu. Wanajua kule na shidago aje. You see some of this, if you want us to argue, we can. I can give you reality. Kapunye, stop sitting down, discussing me. I'm not in the mood of politics. I'm not in the mood of those fights currently. It's not that I can't play them. I can play them so well. Wakikuyu wamejaa prison, it's okay. That's why Wakikuyu wamejaa prison, Wakikuyu wamejaa kwa maofisi, Wakikuyu wamejaa kwa kura, because they are more. What do you expect? I mean, let us not argue that way. Let us not argue mambo ya matribal hifo. Mimi sipendi kuargue na mtu mkubwa mjinga, and you know that. If people are more, what do you expect? Wacha nieshe na Kapunye. Nimemsikia dakika 5 mtu amenitumia kaka recording, and I was like, wow. Anyway, That said and done. Nimekuja hapa nimekuja boka, sijakuja kukanyaga kapunyi. Kapunyi is not part.
Okay, so what Githaiga is talking about. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you for the Heart Me. Guys, if you want to support our platform, you can always Heart Me the host, play with the live goal, subscribe to the platform. Now, Githaiga has spoken about several things. He said Luos attacking other Luos, Luos and witchcraft. Yeah. That the mission for Diana Ross is to make Githaiga less popular. He's also spoken about why he comes on TikTok. He comes on TikTok from Boka. And then Githaiga, he also made a statement saying he is the real tribal. He is the real tribal. And he can make someone cry if he goes that way. And then he's also gone on and said Luos don't vote Mzee. And then when they don't vote Mzee, that I think he means Raila Odinga. And then he says it's always a Kikuyu problem. You know, every time they don't vote him and every time they make it a Kikuyu problem. And then he also goes on and talks about how he used to be an Azimio member. And then he goes on and defends Kikuyus against this idea that there are many in prison. And he says that that is simply because the Kikuyu population is bigger than the Luo population. Now, I'm going to go to a recording by Diana Ross.
Have you paid attention to the atrocities that the Gema community has meted on other tribes? Have you? Well, unakuja hapa kufungua mdomo because you're speaking from a place of zero facts. You don't even have knowledge, but you open a live to come and talk about Luos. As who the hell are you to talk about Luos? Do you know because of that Luo, you are there to open that live? Is it not Raila Odinga that you keep talking about every day that even gave you that idea of even freedom of speech? If Kina Raila Odinga did not fight for you to have freedom of speech in the constitution, would you be opening your live to talk? When ujinga una akili, would you be able to express yourself freely? Is it not that same Raila you keep opening a live for to degrade? Ndio amefanya tuko mpaka na freedom of speech hapa. Ati unafungwanga live kuongelelea Wajaluo. Wewe ni nani sasa? Wewe ni nani? Ati you of all the people now have the audacity to come and talk to us as Luos to tell us how divided we are. Okay, let's talk about chai. Juzi hapa si chai ya Wakikuyu ilikuwa hapa ama ikukua? Pastor alienda kutombana na wanawake akawa record ama ikukua ni si ilikuwa ni Wakikuyu ama ikukua ni Wakikuyu? Unatuambia nini wewe? Unajaribu kuongelesha Wajaluo ati unasema Wajaluo Luo this Luo that. My friend, the differences that we have between you and us is that we are outspoken and we speak out. We are not people who do things in the back. No, we are outspoken. We come out here in the open. We talk like that. And the reason why, let me tell you, Githaiga, because you have a low IQ. Uelewe. Ebu guys, block mwenye anaandika hapa we are all Kenyans. Block that idiot immediately. Aende akatafute pale Kenyans wako. Block that takataka iende na patipati yake na hiyo inchi yake ya Kenya. Yenye wako we are all Kenyans. If you are all Kenyans, why were you not writing it on Githaiga's lab? I saw a recording for the Githaiga na vile vitu watu walikuwa wanaandika pale. Watu wanaandika wakitusi Wajaluo kwa comment section na yeye amekaa hapo ati anajifanya ati anajaribu kukondem Wajaluo, while on his platform Wajaluo are being berated na wanatusiwa na wanaandikiwa mavitu hapo, wanaandikiwa sijui kihii, sijui hawajakatwa, sijui ni wajinga, sijui kapunye, sijui ni, alafu unakuja kufungua live unajifanya you want to educate us. Where you are no, you can't fit the bill. You have not reached that part. You cannot. What can you tell Wajaluo wewe? Unatuambia nini na sisi we've given an opportunity for you to actually even be able to open your life? Is it not Wajaluo ndio wali struggle even during wewe nimekuambia hapa? Kama si Wajaluo kwa kukua kwa opposition, mungekuwa mna enjoy benefits of majimbo. Takataka hii. Wewe unajua devolution imekuja kwa sababu ya hao Wajaluo yenye unafungua mdomo yako ku criticize Wajaluo. Devolution imekuja kwa sababu ya nini? Jinga. The amendments that were made even in the constitution ilikuja kwa sababu gani? Unakuja hapa kutuambia story ya tunajaribu kuongea ati Wajaluo wako divisive. Luos have made sacrifices on this app, or not even on this app, even in the country of Kenya as a whole. We have sacrificed so much and we have gained nothing from it. We have been disenfranchised by the Gema community to the point that mpaka Wajaluo wameuliwa. Kwani huko aliuliwa na nani? Si ni Wakikuyu walimuua? Mnatuambia nini? Ojode aliuliwa na nani? Si ni Wakikuyu walimua? What are you telling us? Hai? Wewe unatuambia nini? Ati unakuja hapa kuongelelea Wajaluo tu, unasema vile Wajaluo wako divided. Hala? Unakuja kutuongelelea ati Wajaluo ati wako divided. Tomboya aliuliwa na nani? Nani aliua Tomboya wewe? Wewe Githaiga, I've told you go and read your history before you open your mouth. Umesikia? You have no idea why Luos are outspoken. You don't, and you'll never understand. The reason why we are outspoken and we speak out and we are aggressive when we talk about issues of oppression and we are vocal is because we have been disenfranchised by the system. Right from the days way before independence. Hala? Unakuja hapa with your little knowledge of cabbage and waru, unakuja hapa ati unajaribu kutufundisha. Musando aliuliwa na nani? Musando aliuliwa na nani wewe? Unakuja hapa kutuambia juu ya Wajaluo. Ha? We, you better be careful on this app. Hakuna kitu uko na akili ndogo kama ya uchungulo. Niti biro kanidwa ponjojolo. Iponjojolo ango. Giwich mangich matin. Taka hii. Ati unasema ati kila siku ni Wajaluo. Hala? Wewe unaongea nini? Unataka tukuja hapa tukuambie facts of the matters vile ziko? Unataka tukuambie the real thing? Jacob Juma aliuliwa na nani? Ati we hate each other. We hate each other. The first Luo to take watu mpaka Wakikuyu ng'ambo ilikuwa ni Tomboya. Mbona hiyo time hamkuona eti tunachukiana? Wajaluo si wamesaidia hapa sana. Hata mpaka Wakikuyu unasema nini? Unaongea nini? Nakuja hapa Amerika, wacha nikupatie facts. Wakikuyu, wamama Wakikuyu ndio waliibia watu hapa Kenyans. Mpaka wakashtakiwa, wakakuwa fined over 15 million. Si waligada hapa waliibia, most of their victims walikuwa ni Wajaluo. Wewe unasema nini? Kenyans iliibia wamama hapa over 100 million Kenya shillings. Unatuambia nini wewe? Juzi hapa Wakikuyu wenye walikuwa indicted, si ni Wakikuyu walikuwa wanashtaki Wakikuyu wenzao hapa Seattle. Watu wenye wako Seattle muandike hapa kama ni uongo. Watu na biashara zote zilikuwa Seattle, zilichomelewa na nani? Have you paid attention to the atrocities that the Gema community has meted on other tribes? Have you?
Okay. So I think that's okay. There is another one where she was talking in Luo. Fellow Kikuyus, and that happened in Seattle. Okay, there you go. All right, so there's another one where she talks in mother tongue, in Kijaluo. Let me listen to this one real quick before we continue, guys.
Ati sasa woi. Nilisikia nini? Ati Githaiga anakuja kutuambia about women's rights. Hey! What? Takataka mwenye upandanga kwa lives kutusi kumaza wanawake kila siku. Huyu mjinga aliwahi kusema mpaka ati atakuja kunitomba nidine mpaka na watoto wangu kwa live yake. Ati ataenda afukue mume wangu atombe. Ati sasa anakuja kutueducate about women's rights. You have no audacity. Yani the audacity. Ati unakuja kueducate watu unaambia Big Daddy ati anafaa kuheshimu wanawake. Wewe unaheshimu wanawake? Ukiwa unapanda pale kwa live na kutusi wanawake na kumazao, uko na heshima kwa wanawake wewe? Ati leo nimemsikia kijifanya eti anasema eti siku hizi afadhali Nyako sijui nini. Huyo Nyako mwenyewe unaongelelea vinembe. Si ulifungua live ukichekelea kinembe ya Nyako wewe Githaiga? Kama si wewe unafikiria tunasahau? Si ulifungua live ukichekelea kinembe ya Nyako wewe?
So this is not relevant information. So the information that I need especially is the one where she talks in full-blown Luo, because that is now between that is personal. That is personal between herself and Githaiga.
You're only a messenger.
So I want the one where she talks about tribe. Okay. So the one she talks in mother tongue.
kitu iko fani. Hao watu wote wenye wanapiga wamepanga games, wamepanga matches, wako na birthdays, wamelainisha, wametengeneza posters, lakini hawawezi wakajipanga hivyo waende watafute kazi. Hizo posters mnatengeneza za games na matches, mbona usimake poster ya kazi yako na qualification na CV, watu wa share wakutafutie kazi? Anamka asubuhi ako kwa live, anakaa kwa yenye imekuwa itatoka whether you have been maybe it's time for people sasa watu waende watafute makazi job is because the fundamental argument ya TikTok skills that matter. Sometimes
no. Yeah. I think this is a different lot. It's like alikuwa na the same clothes. Did she come live twice yesterday, guys? Did she come live twice with the same clothing, guys? Because I can see, I'm looking for, there's one that I saw where she was talking in mother tongue. Oh, she came live twice with the same dress. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So where do we find the one where she's talking in mother tongue? Because that's really good, information to submit to the court. That is really, really good information because she hides a lot in that use of mother tongue. Let me see. Let me try another blog. Let me try. Yeah, I think I found it. I think it was put on a different blog. Yeah.
Kuongelesha Wajaluo kivyao na nitaongea kwa lugha ya Kijaluo kwa sababu it's important that I do so. Jaluo mane apni uwinja maber. Kapo ni uwinja maber adwa ni mondo ung'e your place e ngima jogi. Iwinjo pile jogi biro to yanyowa kendo giwacho ni wan jok moko herore wategore kendo wapogore to sama igolo.
Okay, so I'll do that as I'll take notes as I translate arakaraka. So she's saying Luos should know you need to know your place amongst Kikuyus. Okay, amongst Kikuyus. And then she says that the Kikuyus are coming and saying that we don't like each other.
And
yet when there are issues here, it is Luos giving out money more than other tribes. Luos giving out money more than other tribes. Money. Okay. Please remember these, and of course, you may be able to participate.
Kendo wamiyo gi gik moko kendo wawuotho kodgi sawa wan gi richo ama wan kaka wajoluo kendo nitie
tunawapatia we give them stuff and we walk with them. Okay, sawa, we have our own faults as Luos.
Nyalo chwanyore kendo wanyalo yuare kendo wanyalo gwandore lakini historia
we can fall out, we can fight, but our history
gik mosepitia kaka joluo e piny mar Kenya emomiyo wan kaka wan
and the things that we have passed through in Kenya as Luos is why we are like we are. So she talks about Luos being Luos fighting Luos. Let me just write that down. Luos fighting Luos. Because of the things Luos have passed through, of what Luos have gone through in Kenya. So it's not, she's accusing Kenya for the behavior of Luos against other Luos.
Manyaka dau nyaka wayuare wan jok mong'eyo kabisa ni nyaka watim gigewa giteko nikech wasebedo kwa struggle right
that
from
we have to we know very well we have to do our things with force because we've always struggled.
Independence mar jo Kenya right from independence wasebedo kwa struggle iwinjo koro mondo mi wayud kata mana loch mondo mi wayud gimoro moro kata mana e lwetwa wan jok masa moro jokorwa nyaka dhi piny iwinjo uko no negna joma no ngama no nego uko
that for us to get anything, so for Luos to get anything anything in Kenya one Luo has to go down. One Luo has to go down. So to go down. And then she asks, Ouko, why was Ouko killed? Why was Ouko killed? Ouko is Robert Ouko, the minister who was assassinated. I think it was in 1990, I think it was. Okay. Okay. So, and then she asks, who killed Ojode? Who killed Ojode? Ojode is also Orua Ojode. Okay. Also, I think he was also a minister.
Kan wachako weche mag piny gi siasa Kenya ka. Joluo ka mosebedo kinyoro pile. Koso kinyor giga. Adwa nu bed marieke apka. Chakre kawuono yauru wi wanyiso ga gini pile to kuwinji mondo ng'e place maru.
Okay, so from today, Luos, open your brains and know your place. Yeah.
Nyaki ng'e your place. Engima ji app ni ngamoero we onge kata di.
Okay, on this app, nobody likes you. Okay, so on this app, nobody likes you. Not even a single person likes you.
Video. One kata kwa yuare wabo yuare ki one. Manu yuare wakwa gidonje nango chuno gianu.
Okay. So nobody likes you on this app. Now she goes on and says, when we are fighting as Luos, we can fight without someone else getting involved. And then she's asking, why are they getting involved in our fights as Luos? Okay, so
yuare kucho magi nyonore manyocha kae gikelo chach gi kagi wacho ni nitie pastor margi mane nyamore gi mon mo record nyaka mon benwa we.
Okay, so she's saying that when they bring their own tea here on TikTok, we even recently they brought a pastor who was actually kind of, I don't know, alikuwa nalala na wanawake wengi, walileta hiyo chai, hatukuongea, unaelewa, hatukuongea juu hiyo chai. So basically she's trying to make a case that when Luos are fighting other Luos, Kikuyus or Gema should not be involved.
Winjo kwa we. Winjo kwa we. Beno badwa, beno lo walo so gigo chai, beno chunoa. Onge, sani kata kabu gichie gichwore cha dongi yuare. Okay,
so she talks about Kabu fighting the husband, and it has no Luos has commented on it. So she's saying Luos go on and support the person abusing them. I think what she's trying to tell Luos, Luos supporting the person abusing them, the person abusing them. So she's saying Githaiga abuses Luos and Luos support him. Yeah.
Okay,
so start using your brains. She says start using your brains. Okay. This is important. That's why I'm writing it down. Your brains. Look where your money is going. Look where your money is going. Okay? Your money is going. Okay.
Nyako moro nitie ka mayande gifta maduong kabisa kendo nyicho wuok mo ye piny kadhi kwero dhako wadgi ni kick me ati gift ni ati.
Okay, so she talks about a woman who left, a woman who went and a woman who is a big gifter, stopped Ati from being gifted. Stopped Ati from being gifted. Okay. Okay. So Nyakoma Meru, the woman is Meru, that woman who is Meru. So she said that Meru woman, that Meru woman. Okay.
Ingeni jogi ong'ere kendo ging'ere kaka gichiwore gigegi. Iwinjo? Omiyo omera kik ng'ato wuondu, yauru itu kaka nyiso unu. Itu ni goluru oko kendo ubed marieka kono ka. Sakura udonga kendo. Iwinjo?
Okay, so fungueni masikio. Times of kura wanga mnabaki peke yenu.
Onge ng'ama biro konyi, onge ng'ama boresi kata obed manang'o. Ndalo mane weche obedo matek e kaluo, dong joluo ne umo joluetegi. Dong ne wadonje utewa kendo wachamo chiembwa matin mwanyalo. Sawa, koro beduru mariek. Aloso kodu andekodu kenangekodu mariek.
That during elections, Luos, did we not go into each other's houses and support each other and eat each other's food? It didn't make sense, but I just wrote it down.
No kabi wacho mang'eny moingo kanyo. Okay, guys, now let's get back to the.
Okay, so I've actually written that down. Yeah, so that's it really. So I have finished. So what I have so far, I think I will bring people up. Guys, have the tendency of hurting. If you've not sent a heart me to the host, please don't request to join. Send a heart me, and then after that you can request to join. All right, send a heart me to the host, okay, and then you can request to join. Thank you. TikTok trends. Oh, TikTok trends. Where's the panda? Lakini thank you for the heart me. Nyambura is here. Okay. Sweet Dreams, you need to send a heart me, tafadhali. Chelly, kindly send a heart me if you don't mind. I don't know if Sweet Dreams has done that. So just send a heart me, guys, and then you come up. Don't come up if you haven't sent a heart me. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So I think I will give this mic back to the judge, and I think Sonkei Chorus is already here. So in case you can request to come up. Our judgment is being read now. Before we now go to the new case, that is Githaiga Samuel versus Diana Ross. Githaiga will be here soon. In a bit, Githaiga atakuwa hapa. And we are asking anyone who can represent Diana Ross to also be ready so that we go through this case as well. It is a case of public interest. The issue at hand is tribalism, where Diana Ross is accusing Githaiga Samuel of being tribal. I think Githaiga Samuel was also accusing Diana Ross of being tribal. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I've got some evidence that we've put down. So in case Chorus, if you don't mind, if you can request, I'll really appreciate you if you can request. And I'm glad Sweet Dreams is here. Sweet Dreams, are you Jill? Sweet Dreams, are you Jill? I'm not sure. I think she's Jill. I think so. I think Sweet Dreams is Jill. I'm not.
Yes, Mama.
You're Jill. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So much. Thank you. Oh, so you've come here at the right time because. Sorry, I've brought someone up. Let me also try and bring Kiki the boss if okay. Kiki the boss, if you wanna come up, I'll really appreciate it. Alua Bay, hi my dear. Hi. Are we just apana? So we have our ruling, myself and Sonkei. Alafu that's when we go to the next case. Tunasikiza tu ruling yetu.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
And then we finish. So Kay is here, guys.
Give me 25 minutes. What are we talking? Clock out.
No worries, Mama. She's at work, but just stay there. Okay, so guys, because I don't know if the judge wants to take the mic. Let me expand the judge. Now, so Kay needs 25 minutes to finish work. I don't think it's fair to have a ruling without her being here. So I don't know whether maybe I should open the platform for
Lady J.
Yeah.
all protocols observed, I would wish to just quickly pose a question to Sonke. Because before the ruling should happen, I refresh back to my notes on the pre-trials and the trials that we had against Sonke and versus Lady Jacqueline. Sonke, do you wish, because you had made threatening statements and promised to further release some materials and articles against the plaintiff. Do you wish to do that, or have you already done that? Of course, before we release you for the next 25 minutes, right? So, okay, please.
I think what she's requested is that she finishes work. I don't think she can talk when she's at work.
She can't talk when she's at work. Give her 25 minutes.
Let's just give her time, so then she will be able to. And then, in my opinion, I don't think either of us has talked about each other. But I don't know. She's here. She's going to say, because the idea was, and also the judge, as one of the people in this case, I'm going to request that you also help us find a way forward. In terms of how we are going to engage with each other, because Sonke and I are working on a project together, and we need to know how we engage on social media, apart from just working on the project outside of social media. So if you can help us come up with some rules of engagement, if that's possible, it will really be good. Thank you.
I've been granted. We'll look into that when we're giving out the ruling. Of course, we can't do it in the absence of the accused. But proceeding on forward, I would love us to go into the next case, which we're having before us. It's a case of public interest, as earlier mentioned, but it is also falling under the category of hate speech, public incitement, and tribalism. This is one of the things that has divided Kenya. As we proceed forward, I would love all the protocols to identify themselves, whether they are for the accused. I think the accused here is Diana Ross. And who is the plaintiff? Please clarify that, prosecutor. Who is the plaintiff and who is the accused? Prosecutor, we cannot hear your audio.
Okay. So the accused here is Diana Ross. And the I don't know whether the plaintiff is the defendant. Is that the defendant?
No, the plaintiff
is the accused. And the defendant here is Githaiga Samuel. Okay.
The plaintiff is the person who has brought the case before this court. In that case, it should be Githaiga.
Githaiga is the one coming to court. Yes.
Okay. So I have an interest in this statement you just made. If I should understand it legally.
Your Honor, can I just talk to Sikany and tell her to coma, please? Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Continue.
I think what you otherwise mean in a legal court is that this is a case of the state against both the defendants. So we have two defendants in court, and the state is charging them via the prosecutor for the charges of hate speech, tribalism, and public incitement, right? So we need both of them to be here. So I would request the members, the council sitting on the panel, to be to not be confused about the identity of the two persons in court appearing before us. Sorry, both of them, Diana Ross and Githaiga, are defendants. So please, senior counsel and junior counsel, identify yourself. Which side are you representing as you speak, so that we can also be able to understand what you are saying. Thank you so much. Over to you, prosecutor.
Thank you for clarifying that, because being a case of public interest, I wasn't quite sure whether we needed someone on either side, because both parties have participated in what could possibly be termed as hate speech. So so thank you for clarifying that, Judge. at least now we know it is the state versus Diana Ross and Githaiga Samuel. I think that's quite clear. All right, so Aluobei, I think we'll start with you. Which side are you on in this case, Aluobei? And we want, if possible, we want someone to come in and sit in terms of Murima versus Omena. sorry guys, sorry. Roch, you can actually choose whether you want to come stand in for Murima or for Omena, whichever way you call it. But okay, so Luobei, take your mic. Thank you.
Githaiga, mimi niko saidia Githaiga.
Thank you very much. So Luobei, Githaiga, Sweet Dreams, mic kwako please.
Githaiga talked about individuals. Diana Ross talked about a nation. So for me, I think they're two different things. If I talk about Lady J, I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about tribe.
Yeah.
If I talk about your tribe, I'm going deeper. So I think there are two different things on a different platform. So Diana Ross went for the all laws, and Githaiga was on individuals. So that is different things. I think there are two different things that we should not even be discussing in the same platform, but they went for different things. Everybody responded on a different.
Please advise the court, which side are you on? Are you representing the people? We have three sides here as a council. We have the people representing the people. We have the council representing the people interest. That is in all tribal. We have representing Githaiga, and we have the people representing Diana Ross. So I would love to understand, Council Ross. So who are you representing?
So for me, I am confused because if I steal a chicken, I will be taken to court and be judged by stealing a chicken. But if I steal a chicken and be judged by stealing animals, that is wrong. I want to be crucified for what I did. I think Diana crucified Githaiga for the wrong things. He went for individuals, and he picked names that were based on his facts. Diana came with response based on the old tribe, which is wrong.
I think a prosecutor.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Senior Counsel Sweet Dreams, what we are trying to establish is which side are you on? Are you picking a side or are you not picking a side? We have the Diana Ross side, we have the Githaiga Ross side, the Githaiga side, the people's side.
I think I'm picking the people's side. The people's side.
Thank you. I'll now mute. Oh, your mic is already muted. Thank you, because there's an echo coming from your end. I don't know why. Aya, so continue. Your Honor, continue.
Kiki the boss, please advise the court which side are you representing?
Githaiga side.
Thank you so much. We have DJ Smollett. Please advise.
DJ Smollett, unmute. Thank you.
What the fuck?
If she's not ready. Pride Kenya, you just joined the council. Please advise the court which. Okay, she has dropped. Yeah, we can proceed, prosecutor.
Okay, so we need, I think, 2 more individuals. Ideally, we need people for Diana Ross, kindly. Anyone who will be standing on the side of Diana Ross, kindly request to join the live. You should, first of all, make sure you're following the host. You're also hurting. Yeah, Chantel is here. She's asking to be upped. Okay. Now I cannot find you. Chantel, can you request, please? Can you request? Yeah. Or me. Vesha. So there are Vesha Banks. Vesh Banks. Guys, can you request to join?
R, can you please advise the court which side are you representing?
At least me, I'm representing comment section.
Okay, so you are for the people. Okay, R, and then kindly we can proceed because of time. We can still proceed as we wait for Diana Ross Council to join in. If you are representing Diana Ross, please kindly join in. We need 2 people from her side. We've already gotten 2 people for the switch for the people. So prosecutor, let us begin with either both sides. I think we should go first with the people. Or please advise the court. Prosecutor, we are unable to hear you.
All right. Okay, so I will start by giving a backstory on this case. So yesterday, seemingly, hi, King of the Sky, welcome. Seemingly, there was a disagreement between 2 individuals on TikTok. One Diana Ross Okello and Samuel Githaiga. Now, the 2 individuals were involved in what I would term as an altercation on their specific platforms, their individual platforms of tribalism. Let me just kind of expand myself as I say this. This was about the idea of tribe and tribalism. Now, it seems as though Githaiga Samuel, I was not on social media yesterday. However, I was made to understand that Githaiga Samuel did do a live where he spoke about Luos and the behavior of Luos on TikTok. I'm made to understand that he said that Luos did not like each other and that Luos attacked one another on TikTok. And he gave a few examples. Example giving, he spoke about Big Daddy's behavior on TikTok or in real life as well. And then I think he must have cautioned Big Daddy on his treatment of women. He must have spoken about how Big Daddy treated women, and he must have said that Big Daddy needed to respect women. That is according to what Diana Ross was responding to. Okay. Now, after Githaiga's live, Diana Ross, Diana Ross Okello went live, and then she responded to Githaiga Samuel's arguments around Luos not liking each other. And then during that response, Diana Ross spoke about Luos having been disenfranchised by Kikuyus or Gema in general. She spoke about Luos being the reason why we have people being able to open lives on TikTok. She gave one very specific example of Raila Amolo Odinga having fought for devolution. And she did give a very strong argument, saying that if it was not for Raila Odinga, then right now Githaiga would not be on TikTok and opening lives on TikTok, and other amongst other things. So I have an entire list of arguments by Githaiga Samuel, and Githaiga Samuel will be here in a minute. He is ready to come to the court. We prepared with him yesterday, and he's gonna be here shortly. Zidadi is already here. And I'm going to bring Zidadi up very, very quickly. So these are the things that, moderators, I hope you're here. You can help with bringing people up. So these are the things Githaiga said, as per my notes. Luos like to attack each other on TikTok. he gave an example of Akode and Big Daddy. And then Githaiga Samuel also spoke about witchcraft, Luos liking to use witchcraft on other Luos. And on that, she spoke about Cindy and Nyakwar. And then Githaiga went on and made a very big cry, saying that this was a move by certain people on TikTok to make him depopular. Okay, he made a statement saying that Githaiga Samuel is very popular, and this is a move to make him depopular. Okay, so that was him. And then he went on and also spoke about coming on TikTok purely for Boka. Okay, and he was very, very excited about that. And then he also went on and bragged. Zidadi is in. Okay, there you go. Zidadi is here now. Thank you. Okay, so Sweet Dreams, you need to fix your network because you keep falling, and we really need you to be in court. If you're in court, then you are in court. Please. Welcome, Zidadi. Welcome. Now, another thing that Githaiga said is that Luos do not vote for. Luos do not vote for. Mute. You come in as you mute, guys. You enter as you mute. Thank you. Luos do not vote Mzee. Mzee here, I believe, is Raila Odinga. He did not specify the name, but he went on and talked about how Luos always blame Kikuyus for Mzee not getting the seat, okay, of president. And then he goes on and gives an anecdote to back his argument. He says, I used to be Azimio, okay? And I used to watch as a team of 20 people took Mzee to vote, and it was only Mzee casting his vote and all these people not casting their votes. And he blamed Luos for being the reason why Mzee never ever clinched the top seat in Kenyan politics. And then he talks about how tired he got of this lack of concern for Mzee by Luos. Okay? And then he talks about the issue of Kikuyus being many in prison than Luos. And then he says that is merely because Kikuyus is a bigger population in Kenya than any other tribe. The Kikuyu population is bigger than all other tribes. So statistically, that would mean that there will be more Kikuyus in prison than any other tribe. So Githaiga gives that argument, and then he closes there. He goes on to continue with his Mboka. Now, Diana Ross gives these arguments. She says, she talks about atrocities by the Gema against Luos, and then she says it is because of Luos that Githaiga and other Gema people are able to open lives and talk freely on TikTok. Okay, she talks about the freedom of speech that was fought for by Raila Odinga, which led to the freedom of engagement of Gema people on TikTok. And then she talks about the chai that is normally within Kikuyu camps, that is normally served in Kikuyu, that nobody ever understands outside of the Kikuyu population. She talks about the pastor that has eaten a few of the lambs in church. And then she goes on and makes the argument that Githaiga Samuel has a low IQ. And then she makes a complaint saying that Githaiga, when talking about Luos, there are people abusing Luos in the comment section, calling Luos Kapunye. Okay? And Kihi. She gives two examples, Kihi, Kapunye. Okay? And then benefits devolution. She talks about Luos and their work in bringing devolution in Kenya. She talks about Majimboism and how Luos have made sacrifices on this app, okay, for everyone else, including the gamer community and beyond. She says on this app and beyond. And then she talks about how Luos have been disenfranchised by the gamer community since before independence, okay? She talks about how Luos have been killed by gamer community, and then she mentions examples of Tom Mboya, Musando, Jacob Juma, okay? And then she makes an argument on why Luos are outspoken, and she says that it is because of being disenfranchised since before independence. That Luos had to be outspoken because Luos were disenfranchised by the gamer community. Okay, and then she goes on and talks about she becomes a little bit abusive there. She talks about Kilindogo kama ya Ochunglo. That is just a by the way. And then she talks about the idea of Luos hating each other. And then she talks about Tom Mboya taking Luos to the United States of America. So therefore that cancels the idea that Luos hate each other. Okay? Okay, and then she talks about Kikuyu women in the USA. She talks about an organization called KNADS that stole over 100 million from Kenyans. A large population of that were Luos, mainly Luos. She says mainly Luos. So Kikuyu women having stolen money from Luos in America. So she makes that argument. And then she goes on and says, in the city of Seattle, I don't know whether that's a small city or, or a big city, I'm not sure. She says, Wakikuyu walichomelea.
Point of correction, Madam Prosecutor.
Yes.
Madam Prosecutor, point of correction, Seattle is a state.
Oh, Seattle State. Thank you very much. Thank you. So
yes, it is a state. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So she talks about Wakikuyu kuchomelea fellow Kikuyus in Seattle, where Kikuyus were literally picked up by the state after other Kikuyus reported them to the state. For whatever reason, she does not clarify. And then she talks about Githaiga's audacity in talking about women's rights. So she becomes rather agitated by this. And then she talks about the fact that Githaiga promised to come do things to her. And therefore, Githaiga cannot talk about women's rights. And by saying do things to her, I've literally just covered everything that she says here, which are very, very horrific. So then she says that Githaiga cannot tell Big Daddy to respect women. All right, and then she goes on now to talk in mother tongue, in the Kijaluo, and then she says these things. She says the following to Luos. She says, Luos, know your place amongst Kikuyus. That's number one. Know your place amongst Kikuyus. And then she says that you guys are here on TikTok and you're giving out money more than other tribes on TikTok. So Luos are giving out money more than other tribes. And then she goes on to say that the reason why Luos are fighting other Luos is because of what Luos have gone through in Kenya. So she puts the burden of Luo rivalry upon other Kenyans. Okay, for Luos to get anything in Kenya, one Luo has to go down. She makes that argument that for Luos to get anything, one Luo has to go down. And then she asks the question, why was Ouko killed? Ouko here is Robert Ouko. He was the minister for, I think he was the I don't know which ministry. he held in the year Foreign Affairs, thank you. The year was 1990. I was in primary school, and he was killed. And then, so that's the argument that Diana Ross makes. And then she also asks, who killed Ojode? So Ojode is also Oro Ojode. I'm not sure, Zidadi, whether he was also a minister. I'm suspecting he was. Or maybe he was an opposition.
Yes, Oro Ojode Oro Ojode was assistant minister for security. They died together with His Highness Professor Saitoti during a plane crash. Thank you, very important.
Okay, internal security. Thank you very much. And then she goes on and cautions Luos and says, Luos, nobody likes you on this app. Okay. And then she says that Luos should stop supporting the person abusing them. Okay, so here she talks about Githaiga being the one abusing Luos and Luos still supporting him. And then she goes on and tells Luos, start using your brain. Look where your money is going. And then she talks about one woman here on TikTok who is a big gifter who stopped Ati from being gifted. And then she goes on and says, that Meru woman. Okay, so she tells Luos that this gamer people are even stopping you being gifted. And then she finally finishes by saying that Luos always remain alone during elections, that Luos always remain alone. And that is my submission, Your Honor, from both individuals, Githaiga Samuel and Diana Ross. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prosecutor, for that clarification for this court. I would, before I give the counsel, of course, the chances, Zidadi, you just came to the council. Please advise the court which side are you presenting now that the prosecutor matter before us. Zidadi, I would love you to advise this court which side are you presenting. We have the people's side, we have also the two defendants in court, because this is a case for the state against
on this case today, I want to be like amicus curiae. I don't want to represent anybody, but I will love to listen carefully. Then I will also put forward my submission to the ongoing case right now. So as per now, I would love to hear. Oh my God! Sorry guys, I think kulikuwa na echo yangu. Guys, sorry for that. So I would love to listen carefully and then follow the proceedings as I try to take notes and scribble them down and at least analyze, catalyze everything alike. Thank you, Your Highness, Madam Judge.
Thank you so much, Senior Counsel Muli. I want Sweet Dreams, who is representing the people's interest in this matter, to go first, and she should, before she takes the microphone, prosecutor, there is a statement I have not understood whereby Diana Ross says for Luos to gain anything, one Luo has to go there. Does she refer to maybe the Raila Odinga, or which Luo exactly? And what does this statement interpret?
So my own interpretations of that statement is that Luos have to do what you call self-sacrifice, you know, or I think it's a form of martyrdom, you know, where somebody has to die for the sake of other people, for other people to live. So she talks about what she's making a suggestion that for Luos to get anything, blood has to be poured. The blood of Luos has to pour. So, yeah, because she goes on and mentions Robert Ouko, and we know that Dr. Robert Ouko was assassinated in 1990.
Thank you so much.
Your Majesty, Madam Prosecutor, Lady Jacqueline, I would like to you to clarify that and make this court know that Dr. Robert Auko was not killed by Gema people or Kikuyu. He was actually assassinated by his own, by the name Ezekiah Oyugi. So I want you also to take note on that. And we have records, the books of records that Ezekiah Oyugi was implicated on the murder of Dr. Robert Auko in 1990 in Koru Farm. Thank you, very important.
Thank you so much for that insight, Senior Counsel Zidadi, because we actually need this court proceeding to also point out at history down that has been passed through the generation, which obviously there are some information that has been misinterpreted, and of course they create such circumstances as Diana Ross speaking on TikTok. Now I want us to proceed, because if we keep on basing on this matter, we are going to consume a lot of time in this court because of the members of public. Sweet Dreams, please kindly take the mic and present your argument.
So for me, there are two things I'm looking at. Githaiga mentioned Raila. I think on TikTok, Raila is not there.
Shall I borrow the mic from you in a minute? Your Honor, is that okay?
Okay.
Because
yeah.
an argument has been made and it has not been debated at all or refuted. Now, question is, did Oyugi Ezekiel, who was the PS, he was a PS permanent secretary at that time. He was a very powerful guy, working with under Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Did he indeed kill Dr. Robert Auko, or was it a killing that was organized by the government at that time? So I will just put a quick poll, and if you think that Auko killed, Ezekiel Oyugi killed Robert Auko, just put a laughing emoji. If no, then put a crying emoji. Let's just do the quick poll very, very quickly.
Just say yes or no.
Yeah, so yes or no.
If I may,
yes or no.
Honor, please. If
So
I may
when we are doing a poll, we ask for everyone to be quiet and muted, and then after the poll, you can talk. All right. Thank you, R. Thank you, R.
Can I talk now?
Not
I
yet.
think for
Not yet.
me,
my after the poll. Normally, when we are taking the poll, we wait for the poll to finish. It only takes less than a minute. Thank you. So did Ezekiel Oyugi, PS, kill Auko, Dr. Robert Auko? If you put a laughing emoji, that's a yes. And if you put a crying emoji, that's a no. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So the yes have it. The yes have it. So that means they're in support of Raf Muli's statement. Okay, so Mike, back to you, Sweet Dreams, and then after that, we'll get R to talk.
Okay, for me, my honor is that Kenya is a very political country, and if Githaiga came to mention Raila, it should have come from a place of, he did not just mention a figure. It's like someone mentioning Ruto. You're mentioning a figure from a different tribe. So it touched someone that is not even on TikTok. So for me, I feel that that is why I'm for the people. I feel like that was wrong. If you're mentioning individuals, go for the people. If you're mentioning a tribe, go for the tribe. If you're mentioning political figures in a tribe, go for the political figures in a tribe. See, he made a wrong statement mentioning Raila because Raila is not part of this. He had a problem with different people from a different platform on TikTok that are from a tribe. So don't go mentioning everybody and putting everybody in the same basket.
Prosecutor, before she continues, the senior counsel who just spoke, that is deserves a lot of a standing ovation. Please, can we get the clap backs on the background, because what she proceed as a senior.
So, thank you. So, R, the mic is yours, please.
Okay, Your Honor, if I may, am I allowed to cross the floor, because I want to support Diana Rose? So, and my thing is, because I want to drop, I think, and I'm kindly requesting Diana Rose to be slaughtered in 2 minutes before I leave the stage.
Senior Counsel R, you want to represent Diana Rose, or you want to?
Yes, I want to represent Diana Rose. I want Diana Rose to be slaughtered as quick as possible.
Okay.
Your Honor, allow the court at least to exercise their rights of laughing. If you want to laugh, you can do it silently, guys. No shouting, but let's go.
Daddy, please, Your Honor, I'm not drunk. I'm an SDA. Zidadi, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not mad. I'm very serious. I'm learned counsel like my fellow colleague here. My thing is, I'm supporting Diana Rose, and I want Diana Rose to be slaughtered as fast as possible.
Madam Prosecutor, please can you go ahead with whatever we are talking. My lovely colleague, I just say that Diana needs to be sacrificed as a Christmas gift during Christmas, during this festival, which is good. Thank you, very important. Go ahead, Madam Prosecutor.
Okay, so thank you so much, Zidadi. Okay, so I will dismiss that submission. That is my small legal lingo. That submission has been scraped from the records of the court. The court does not support violence of any kind, and therefore we request that we continue without having that submitted.
But I think it is not violence because I'm supporting her.
I think that for us to have a balanced argument, let us not make suggestions around physical harm of members of the public.
Your Highness, Madam Prosecutor, Your Highness, Madam Prosecutor, can I interject, please, in support of what Diana's supporter has just said? She has just clarified that she needs Diana to be crucified in front of this court, to be slaughtered, to be unmasked. Well. That's what she meant in a law terms.
There's an alternative. Okay, because there's another alternative. Diana Rose should be taken to jail and she should not get any toilet paper.
Madam Prosecutor, please, can you carry on, please?
Okay, carrying on swiftly. Thank you very much. I did not know that they said Diana Ross was a Muslim, a practicing Muslim who used water to clean themselves. But anyway, that's story for another day. Shall we go back to the judge, to the magistrate? Take the mic, please.
Senior Counsel, your submission, Senior Counsel R, your submission has been taken into notice, but kindly allow the court litigiously in court, that is Chief Magistrate Maureen, Black Cinderella, to be the one to give a ruling at the end of this sitting, rather than trying to influence the ruling and the outcome of this case, because it will be unfair to the defendant, who is Diana Ross, appearing here through her counsel. So we have taken notice and we will look into that at the end of this sitting. Kindly proceed with supporting Diana Ross and tell us what support do you have, because to what I understand, it's like you are defending and attacking at the same time. You still have the mic for a few minutes, so please, can you support the Diana Ross and or give us your insight about this case?
Your Honor, okay, I want to put it in a layman's language. When you have a child and this child is stubborn in the house, you have to correct this child, but that does not mean that you don't love her. So my thing is, Diana Ross should be given a punishment, because I think right now she's very good, but she thinks that she's the head of the whole world. And that's why I'm saying I'm supporting her in one way. I want her to be disciplined in a manner that pleases God. Thank you.
Has just said why she wants Diana Ross to be disciplined. What she wants Diana Ross to undergo, rather. I think we'll go to who was the next person? I can see members of the council, prosecutor, Madam Prosecutor, who are supposed to represent both sides here.
Okay, so I think the first thing that we will do is we will look at, as a prosecutor, I wanted us to look at certain arguments by Diana Ross and get the public engaging in analyzing, or rather disagreeing and agreeing on the arguments presented by either parties. I will start with Githaiga Samuel, and we are going to go to the poll, and we'll find out whether the things that he said were correct according to you or were wrong. Now, Githaiga Samuel made an argument saying that Luos like attacking each other on TikTok. So I'm going to put a poll real quick. Is that true or is that false? Okay, very, very quick. Participate in the poll. Luos like attacking each other on TikTok. Okay. And in this, Githaiga gave examples of Akode, Big Daddy, etc. Okay? All right. Thank you, thank you. Just about 10 seconds left of the poll. Vote very, very fast. Press either the laughing emoji or the crying. Chop, 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 guys. Thank you. 154, 158, 167, 8. Okay. Okay. So that 206 versus 23. So it is true. That's 206 people versus 23 people. So 206 of you have agreed that yes, Luos like attacking people, each other on TikTok. Luos against Luos. Okay. So, and then Githaiga talks about witchcraft. Luos engaging in witchcraft on TikTok. And in this, he gives the example of Cindy versus Nyakwarjaneko and the black chicken vote. Is that true or false? Quickly, please. Okay, so then for Githaiga, there's one last one. Two more for Githaiga. And then we'll go to Diana Ross. Thank you. So Luos using witchcraft against each other on TikTok. And that is, he gave the example of Cindy and Nyakwarjaneko. Okay. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is it. You guys agree 224 verses 17. So you agree that Luos indeed do use witchcraft against each other on TikTok. And then the next argument by Githaiga was that Luos don't like to vote Mzee. And then once Mzee fails, that is Raila Odinga, they blame it on Kikuyus. Vote, please. Okay, that was Githaiga's other argument. Yeah. And then there's a last one about prisons and why Kikuyus are many in prison. So Luos don't like to vote Raila. And once Raila is defeated, they tend to blame it on Kikuyus. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that is also a win for Githaiga. And that is 214, 216. Okay, so that's 219 verses 24. So the Githaiga again, as per TikTok, Githaiga is right. And the final one is that the reason why there are more Kikuyus in prison is because Kikuyu is the biggest tribe in Kenya. Not because Kikuyus are criminals, but because there are more Kikuyus in Kenya than any other tribe. Okay. That's the last argument by Githaiga. Okay. All right. So thank you guys. It's almost done. And this one is becoming, there are more people disagreeing, meaning 51 of you believe that there are more Kikuyus in prison because Kikuyus are just criminals, not because there are more Kikuyus in Kenya. Okay. All right. So 180 versus 57. So that was quite interesting. And if someone wants to come up and talk about that in detail, the reason why you voted as you did, we will allow you to come before the court and give us your argument on that. I don't know whether, Your Honor, I can go and do the same poll for Diana Ross, 4 main issues that she raised. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Diana talked about Luos being the reason why Kenyans can go live on TikTok. Luos are the reason Kenyans can go live on TikTok. Yes, if you agree. No, if you disagree.
Madam Prosecutor, can I ask you a quick question before we proceed on, as we are waiting for the poll? Where in our constitution during banana and orange did we hear or did we see any clause indicating that there was a TikTok? That's just a point you should note down, please. If truly Diana says that Luos are the reason why today we are in TikTok. We have freedom of speech in TikTok and social media. I want us to go and articulate or rather see what article in Constitution or during amendment did we hear any social platforms being mentioned in the banana and orange. Thank you, very important. Note down that Madam Bensoda, aka Cinderella, our Highness Magistrate, highly respected magistrate in this court. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Senior Counsel Zidadi. That actually influenced the poll. So I suggest that you do not make a case for or against an argument when the poll is on, because it does influence the poll, and we do not want that. Okay. So, but thank you so much for that argument.
Madam Prosecutor, Madam Prosecutor, much obliged. Thank you.
Thank you. So it was 183 for no. So Luos are not the reason why, TikTok, people like Githaiga can go live on TikTok, and 42 for yes. So I would really like to know, this 42 and why they would actually think it was because of Luos that we are actually able to go live on TikTok, because it's so unrelated. I don't understand where the relation comes in. Okay, so the next poll is Luos are the reason we have devolution, or rather Majimboism, in Kenya. Okay. Okay, so Luos being the reason why we have devolution, that is decentralized government, as we refer to it, in Kenya, where we have counties and county governments and also national government. Are Luos the reason we have that? Okay, so the poll is giving a no, 124 versus 40. So the poll says no, 124 no versus 40. Thank you so much. And then another poll, I've got only two more for Diana Rose. Luos are outspoken simply because they've been disenfranchised by Kikuyus. Luos are outspoken because they have been, I'll give you the meaning of to be disenfranchised, to take away their rights. Okay? The Luos are outspoken because Kikuyus, kwa jina ya Kimombo, kwa jina ya street, Wakikuyu wamewafinya. Ndio sababu sasa wako outspoken. Okay, and it's still giving a no, over 100. So let's see what that brings in. And then the final one for Diana Rose. Diana Rose has so many arguments. I don't know which one to pick and which to take, okay, so 119 for no versus 32. 119 versus 32 for no. So again, that's another no. Now the final one is Kikuyu women in America, and this is purely for those living in America. KNAD, the organization, stole 100. Oh, no. Sorry. Leave that alone, because that will be going with the idea that Luos give out the most money on.
So thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.